Hey guys, what's up? It is, well, right now it's 2022, but when you see this, it's going to be 2023. Let's get into it. Year-end overwrap and new year coming up, so let's talk about stuff. Alright, so yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on the table. We're going to do today, real quick, this is just starting off fantastic. My words are not coming out right. We're going to do some highlighted things, some stuff that stuck out to me for 2022, stuff that we got, things we saw. Company, I have a list of things, so I'm going to be reading off this a little bit. Companies that we've worked with that I really want to thank, and then stuff that's coming up in 2023, right? Stuff to look forward to. So, first off, highlighted things, some stuff that stuck out to me that we got that was like, that's worth noting, saying this was a cool thing. This was a cool thing. And this is in no particular order. These are just things that came off the top of my head, and I'm looking around being like, yes, that was cool, this was neat, that stood out. Let's just get into it. The Sealy Cat, C-Y-E-L-E-E. This optic, I'm still testing it. It's still working. It's still doing exactly what it needs to do. It's a little RMS-C, so a little micro footprint red dot that has shake awake. It has an underside loaded battery, so that's kind of a ding on it a little bit, but it's supposed to have great battery life, relatively great battery life. Thing that sticks out to me particularly is it has an integrated, and you can't see it now because the rear sight on this 502 pistol is covering it up, but it has integrated sights that are fiber optic. I've never seen that. I've seen integrated sights on optics, but not the fiber optic. That was cool. That was really cool. So this is something that stood out to me that I was like, wow, that's some ingenuity. Why has nobody else put integrated fiber optic rear sights? I don't get it. You see some little nubs that some people have on their rear sights or on their red dots, just little index points basically, which is really all you need, and that's fine. But to have fiber optic sights, that's just genius. I think it's smart. Anyway, that stood out to me. The primary arm Cyclops 2, I think it's the Gen 2. This is on my Disser, my Downing Industries small receiver build, right? This optic, we did get it in 2022, I do believe. I think. It's like, basically, I think it's prism sight is what it is. It's kind of like a scope, but it's one power, right? But what that allows you to do, I don't know, it has an X reticle and it's illuminated, right? So you don't get any magnification through it necessarily, but you can see very crisp and clear through it, at least I can. It's got, I mean, from here to here, well, somewhere, I thought I had my tape measure. I mean, it's about 3-4 inches, whatever that is. You have a good eye relief. You don't have to be way snugged up on this thing like an ACOG. An ACOG has like an inch and a half eye relief. This guy's got good eye relief. He's held zero, even banging it around and everything. He's worked very well. I like it. I like it a lot, and I like it enough that I put it on, you know, my gun, right? I really actually do like it. Along with this build is the WarHammer Gen 2 charging handle from Breek Arms. The Gen 2, I don't have a Gen 1 sitting right here. The Gen 2 basically has, actually this may be a Gen 3. I'm not sure. Basically he has shorter latches, right? I'm not sure if they're really stubbier. I know they're shorter. And I have worked with them over there a little bit, just giving advice and things like that. They've sent me things to test out and stuff. And this is something that I really do like. I really like this. The other one, the one with the larger charging handle that stick out a little bit more, there's nothing wrong with that. I haven't found that it's a snag hazard grabbing all the things and whatever. But this one, it's still extended, but it's a little bit more compact. They squished everything up a little bit more, so you can still grab it nice and easy from both sides. It's just, they cleaned it up a little bit, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it enough that I put it on this gun, right? It's just something that I really, really liked, and that stood out to me. The Flux Raider, that was a cool project. I say was as if it's done. It's never done. It's a very fluid project, as it were. But the Flux Raider, this is a cool little thing. People have different purposes for different things, and if it fits your purpose, then it fits your purpose, and you're very excited about it. And if it doesn't fit your purpose, you probably think this is a complete waste of time and money. It's cool. It does this thing with the stock, or brace, whatever you want to call it. The way I have it set up right now, I have a Griffin Armament cam lock on the front, so I can throw my suppressors on there nice and easy. The cam lock has been kind of disappointing this year. I've shot off probably at least 3, maybe 4 cans, just because it'll come loose pretty easy for me, and maybe I'm wearing things out, not sure. So that's why this is not really a highlighted list, even though I just mentioned it. But it does allow to quickly attach a suppressor, get a couple shots, if that's really all you need to do. But this whole system is pretty stinking cool. It's kind of gassy, right? It does shoot a bunch of gas in your face because this is a pistol. And when you have a pistol this close to your face, right, you don't usually have a pistol. It's usually out here in front of you. When it's up here, nice and close to you, and you suppress it, it's going to be shooting a lot of gas back in your face. So that's just something to note if you ever look into getting one of these, or really, I don't think there's any way to mitigate that gas. Have a gas cap back here, which does help, but it's still going to be really gassy. But overall, this guy has been really fun. Yeah, just put different pieces and parts on it. It's always a work in progress. We got this weird 3x magnified optic on here, which is kind of weird for a little system like this, but it works for me. And from what I've understood and people have commented, Flux Raiders are extremely personal builds, right? I mean, you're talking the niche of niche uses. So if you get one of these and you set it up how you need it to work, that's probably not going to work the same way for somebody else, right? And the way somebody else sets up theirs is probably not going to be the same way that you want to set yours up. There's not one way to set these things up. But I will say this thing has been really cool. It does the neat little mag change thingy. It's neat. It's cool. And that's really the main reason I got it, because I'm not a bag gun guy. I don't carry a gun around in a bag. If I carry a gun, it's on me. You know, but I could see this right along in an RV or, you know, doing some kind of fishing trip thing, whatever. I could see carrying this kind of thing or having this with me. That would be nice. It would be cool to have this in 10mm. That would be a very cool thing. And I don't think they have that yet. I think they've talked about it, though. That's the Flux Raider. Another gun that was really cool this year was the Beretta 71, right? We got this guy, I think, kind of at the beginning of the year. Maybe it was just the beginning of the summer. But this is just a little 22 pistol. It looks very much like a Beretta, because it is a Beretta, but it looks like a Beretta 92 basically had a child, and this is the toddler version, right? It's old school, it's classic, it's got the little heel release on the back for the magazines. It's just an old gun that is well made, in my opinion, shoots very smooth, and suppresses surprisingly really well. It's got some really rich, cool history as far as like post-World War II, I think. Like Mossad stuff, Israeli forces and things. I'm just throwing those words out there. I don't know all the history of things, but it's got some rich history, right? Look it up. It's really stinking cool. When you pair it with the suppressor, it really is very quiet, very fun, extremely soft shooting. Honestly, this would be a great pistol to teach people on because it has a manual safety, right? It's not made to be a tactical gun, so it's just very simple. But it works, and it works very well. Even up here it's worked very well once I got it running, right? I had to clean it up a little bit. First time I brought it out shooting, it was having some gummed up issues and stuff because it was extremely just nasty. And so once I cleaned it up, now he runs perfectly fine. I did have the barrel threaded by BSD Fabworks down in Florida, I believe. They did a fantastic, phenomenal job, but they will charge you out the wazoo, and you got to be really specific as far as what you want done. I thought I was specific. I even drew them pictures and things, and they still kind of did things a little bit, you know, more than they needed to, and you get charged for how much time they use. So I'm not upset about that necessarily, but it did cost a lot to get this guy threaded and to get some other work done on it. But now that he's all done, I'm never going to part with this gun because I have too much money wrapped up in it, and I don't want to. It's a classic, really, really cool gun. So this is a very much an honorable mention, something I really am glad that I got, and I had a lot of fun with, so that was really cool. Flamethrower. We did get a flamethrower. I never planned to get one, but a buddy of mine got one of these things, a Pulsefire flamethrower from Exothermic. I think Exothermic is the company name. This is the Pulsefire, and it's the UBR UBF under barrel flamethrower. This handle comes off. There's a little attachment that goes on here. You can mount this straight up to a Picatinny mount, like a handguard, and like a grenade launcher kind of looking thing. It's crazy, it's wild, it's extremely impractical, except for maybe, like, and there's been some people that have commented on the short little video that I did on it, like for some firefighters and, like, you know, people like that. There's a use for this stuff, right, for those kind of things. But in general, this is just a funsy thing. And that's really why I got it, because enough of you guys were interested in the one video that we did about this guy. I was like, okay, we'll make some more content. So I haven't been able to make a bunch of content with it yet. I really have been planning to. I just haven't yet, but we will. This will be something coming up next year, or maybe when you're seeing it this year, 2023. We're going to do some stuff with this. I haven't quite exactly figured out yet. It'll just be fun. Again, I don't think for me, there's not a whole lot of practical purpose to having this, but it'll be fun, and we're going to have some fun with it. But that's this guy. That's a cool thing that we got. Moving on, we've got that was a flamethrower, the Superlative Arms piston system. We tried this out. Which firearm do I have that on? We tried that out on this guy. This is my 12.5-inch upper that I have, and this was a Palmetto State barrel that we chopped down from a 16-inch to a 14.5 or something, and chopped it back down to like a 12.5, I think is what it is right now. And this barrel is what we used in the tactical games when we did that whole thing. I think the handguard too. But we swapped everything out, and now it is a piston. Yeah, he gets stuck back up on here. I shouldn't have done that. He doesn't work very well with this buffer tube. He doesn't. He really doesn't. So he's stuck back there now. I'm going to have to do that off camera. But it's a piston system, right? It's just, you replace the whole gas system, you replace the bolt carrier group, and it turns us into a short stroke piston, not a long stroke piston like an AK, but a short stroke. And it's pretty stinking cool. It needs some work, right? It was cool enough to where I was like, I liked the idea of it, because I did get, and I didn't write this down, I did get way earlier this year the SIG MCX Legacy, so a Gen 1 SIG Upper, right? I got the whole rifle and I sold the lower, and this lower now is just a well, it's just a lower, right? It's just a simple lower from Peace Geek. They do some really good deals. But this guy was fun, and he is a piston system as well. The SIGs are pistons, and so I liked it enough, and I was looking around at the Superlative Arms stuff and Adam's Arms, comparing the two and just different things, and I found a good deal on a Superlative Arms kit, so I went ahead and got that. And while I was working with this setup, trying to get it to run properly, about that time, I ended up getting, or finally ended up coming in, this guy, the Evolution Weapon System Bufferless Bolt Carrier Group, right? So that gold bolt carrier group in there, that system, this system, right? That cycles and functions completely without the need of a buffer tube, and it's a direct impingement, right? It's not a piston system. This was super cool. This was super cool, and really the same time this came in, I'm gonna move this guy out of the way now. Same time he came in, the Law Tactical version, the ARIC, the AR internal carrier, open this guy up, this guy, right? He got released as well from Law Tactical. So Law Tactical released their version of this internal carrier that works only with their folder, and the Evolution Weapon System bolt carrier group. It was released like 2 years ago. That's when I bought it, and it finally came in. So these two systems came in pretty much at the same time, right? And they kind of overshadowed the Superlative Arms, right? So basically what I just did here, I'm talking about the Superlative Arms, getting into it, and then these guys showed up, and these guys to me were like, whoa, I'm extremely impressed. I really like these two systems, and if you can tell, I made a bunch of videos about it because I'm still very impressed with them, and I still really, really like them. So these are cool. These are super cool. I'm gonna fix this guy up because he's still not completely tuned up the way I like to have it tuned. The Superlative Arms. I'm still gonna get him tuned up the way that he needs to be tuned up. But right now we're working on these two systems because I get sidetracked, squirrel, and I just get excited about things. But this was really cool. These were really cool. Both the Law Tactical version and Evolution Weapon Systems. To be quite honest, for me, Evolution Weapon System just knocked it out of the park. It's got more mil-spec parts in it, and you don't have to use the Law Tactical folder, which is about a $250-ish dollar attachment, and you can't really use cool stocks like this. So you can on the Evolution Weapon System, but not on the other one. So this was a cool thing. That was cool. That was really cool. That's still something that's going on, and something we're still playing with. So that was neat. That was neat. That was neat. Evolution Weapon System, we talked about that. The Primal, the Dead Air Primal, talking about suppressors. We did a lot of suppressor stuff this year. We kind of reshot some reviews, especially my Dead Air stuff. You can call me a Dead Air fanboy, it's fine, I don't care. I like their stuff, I love their stuff. They don't always make the best can out there because there is no the best can, to be quite honest. They make really good cans that have really good warranties, and I've had to utilize that sometimes because I've broken stuff, right? And that's fine. As long as I stand by the warranty, you're gonna break stuff if you're rough with it, and I'm rough with my stuff, right? The Primal was really cool though. That was a customer's of mine, so I don't have it here to show you and talk about it because it's been released from NFA jail and he took it home. But that was a super cool suppressor, specifically when paired with the 45 1911. This guy just it's just beautiful. I thought 22 was really fun shooting suppressed, and it is. It's fun. And then I thought 300 Blackout was really cool, like subsonic suppressed, and it is. It's still really cool. That's what the black gun up there, the one I just had down, the one from Evolution Weapon System. It's 300 Blackout, subsonic. It's really fun, really quiet. But to me, there's nothing getting around this 1911 and 45 with a Dead Air Primal. It's just, you feel the power of the 45, right? You can tell there's got a lot of oomph to it, right? The way that 45 slug just smacks into rocks and dirt and steel and everything, right? But with that Primal on there, it's quiet, dude. It's fun, it's quiet, little bit gassy, but not terribly. Not terribly, and it's a big can, so you're not going to be a super Ninja Warrior guy because that's too big of a can. If you're going to do that, you need to have something like this, right? Something like the Beretta. But the 45 suppressor, that Primal, was like, that was on spot for me. So I really liked that. I really liked that a lot. And talking of stuff and things that stood out to me, this stood out to me as well. This was just supposed to be, I bought this specific pistol, this 1911, to do reviews on my 45 caliber suppressors, right? So like my Ghost, 2 cans that were my customers was the Omega 45K, really good can, and then that Primal. And I needed a 45 to shoot through it, right? And so I figured it'd be kind of blasphemous, as it were, to get like a Glock 21 or something that was not 1911 to shoot 45. And I'm very glad I got this guy. Really glad I got this guy. So he's turned out really, really well. We had to work some stuff with the springs, forget the little name of the peanut, I'm gonna forget it, I'm gonna remember it later, but the little locking piece for the barrel. I'm having a brain fart, I can't remember right now. Whatever it is. Whatever, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it. Anyway, we're gonna move on. I had to replace some stuff and fix some things, whatever, and then UPS was kind enough to lose my original slide, so we had to get another slide for it. All that being said, he works really well now, and I really, really like it. So that was super cool. That was super, super cool. Other things, the NeoMag Alias. NeoMag Alias, this was something that I never made a video about. I may have made a video about it. But it's this little guy right here. It's this little piece that basically interacts with your holsters, right? And this piece goes on your belt, and it kind of clips on to the clip on your holster, right? I have one clip that's just a standard clip that goes over your belt, and then I have this little guy here. I had bought this kind of, I think it was like at the beginning of the summer. I think it was at the beginning of the summer. And I had played around with it, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of stupid, I don't like it, and I was about ready just to not get rid of it. It'd just sit in a box somewhere until I found another use for it. And then I took the Modern Samurai Project class, his red dot class, right? And in that class, he uses these, and he explains some things, and this is why you need to go take classes, people. Because you learn things from other people of why you use something and how to use something and what it does that you're probably not going to figure out by yourself. You might figure it out by yourself, right? But when you see it used by somebody else that really believes in it and really uses it, you go, oh, and then you start utilizing it, you're like, oh, wow. So this guy changed some stuff for me as far as concealed carry and things, and it has made things a lot better. And so I was literally about ready just to get rid of it, toss it, and be like, wow, I'll write that off as a loss. But no, now I actually use it a lot. Like anytime I'm carrying my main rig, this guy right here, that's how I roll with it. I roll with it on there, and he works. He works very well. I like it a lot. It's very simple. The main thing I've been worried about is losing that little Atlas piece, but I haven't lost it yet because it's either on my belt or it's sitting by my nightstand. You know, it's pretty dang simple. Pretty dang simple. All right, but that's the Atlas. It's that guy, and he works well. I like him a lot. The last major thing that we're going to talk about As far as highlighted things is this guy. I did not think I was going to be as impressed with this as I was. This is the mid-10 laser bore sighter. It's simply a bore sighter kit that I was sent to review. We've made some videos about it and stuff. And a lot of times when I'm sent things to review, I'll make a video, I'll talk about it, I'll demonstrate it. And that's usually pretty much it. If you don't see it after that, then it's probably lost its flavor and I'm done with it, right? It's a little red dot that I smashed around and whatever. It's no frills, I don't really care about it. This little guy's different. I've used this a lot. I've actually used this, actually getting some honest wear on here now. On everything from 22s, 30 cals, to 45, anything that I put an optic on, I'm gonna laser bore sight it, and I've been using this guy and have been very, very happy. This guy has saved me money as far as it goes, because it allows you to get on paper a lot faster when you use these things right. You're laser bore sighted, and then when you go to actually sight in the firearm, you just a couple shots and you're pretty much right there, right? Instead of having to shoot an entire box of ammo like I've seen some people shoot over 100 rounds trying to sight in a particular firearm. If they had something like this, it would have saved them a ton of money. All right, so that's a cool little guy. That is very much an honorable mention. Mid 10 bore sighter. This guy's pretty cool. I actually that has a major write-off for me. Like, yeah, I will say that's a cool deal. Let's talk about some companies that I want to thank. It's companies that I've worked with. Right off the bat, some people are not going to like this company, and I don't know. I know why, because I always had a like a standoff approach to them until I really used their stuff, and then the more of their stuff that I use, the more I'm like, I like that. And I'm talking about We the People. All right, We the People. They make holsters, and they have bacon, jerky, and coffee, and pants, and some other things. And they do send me stuff. I kind of work with them affiliate-wise kind of stuff. I make videos and stuff. You guys know that. And their holsters they're not the best. But to be honest, like this particular holster, I've bought at least one, maybe two of these, aside from ones that they've sent me. This is the one for the 43X 48. This guy right here. This guy is, there we go. This guy right here. If I just want a simple little rig that I don't want to use that Atlas system or Alias system, I don't want to use the Alias system. I just want to throw a gun on my belt and just go to the store or whatever. Just something small, easy, concealable, and usable. I stick with this guy. No joke. No joke, not because of affiliations or anything. I don't owe them anything. And then this is one of the ones that I actually bought with the little claw thing on here. It just works. It doesn't break the bank. It does what it needs to do. It's simple. It just works. And so that's just the holster thing. I've also they sent me these pants. I did not buy them. This is something that's going to be coming up, so I'll talk about these in a minute. But they're carry pants, right? They're carry joggers or sweatpants. I like them, guys. It's something that's really cool. This is something else that whenever I'm going to do my my updated EDC video. This is a leather belt that they sent me with their leather holster. I'm not a big outside the waistband holster guy, but I'm telling you, once I actually gave this guy a shake and actually tried it and actually started using it, this is on me a lot of times when I'm just going around the house. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if you come into my house and you see that I have a gun. Well, I probably invited you, so I don't care. Or you're uninvited and you should expect that I'm going to use this anyway if you're uninvited and you just walk into my house, right? So I'm not worried about concealing the gun, right? I'm just happy to have it on me. This is something that's been growing on me a lot lately, and that's from We the People. So honorable mention to them. I appreciate that company. Green Tick Tactical. They do slide cuts, and they do really good slide cuts. They do it very, very well. And they did this particular slide cut for me for free, just to basically quid pro quo, I think is how you say it, right? Like, they do the cut for me, and then I talk about it for, advertisement purposes and things. But honestly, they did a fantastic job. Their turnaround time was great. And they pay attention to detail. Attention to detail to me on these things. You could just whip these things out and just be like, yeah, it's a quick slide cut. But you can tell they know what they're talking about. You can tell they know what they're talking about. They're not overcharging you. they're doing good work. They're doing really good work. So Green Tick Tactical, I don't think I have any codes, promos, things from them, whatever. I'm just saying, and you don't need it. I mean, it's like $100 or whatever to get your slide cut. It's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. And it's particularly, I can't talk, particularly 1911s. That can get pricey once you start to try to add things to these and do slide cuts and things. They did a fantastic job. I have had zero issues with this. I really like it. So that's a cool shout out to those people. I really do appreciate them. Green Tick Tactical. JKArmament. JKArmament, we're going to do some work with them a little bit. They sent me, and this is something that's going to be coming up, they sent me their little CCX, their 105 CCX 9mm boosterless suppressor. This is a 9mm suppressor, not a 22 suppressor. Today, I'm not sure when it ends, but and I'm going to get one, I think. They have a 22 caliber end cap or front cap that you can put on these things. And I'm probably going to do that because this guy would work really well. He's basically the same size, and you can modulate it. You can make it shorter and put this guy on the little Beretta. And if you had a 22 cal end cap, I bet he'd be nice and quiet, and I think he'd work. I think it'd be kind of cool. It'd be pretty neat. So this is something that they did send me. I did not pay for this. They sent me this. And we're going to do a little bit of work together as far as this goes. We'll see how this goes, and maybe we'll do more stuff. I don't know. If you guys enjoy the content and actually watch it, then maybe they'll send me more stuff to do. But that's a cool company. I appreciate them working with me. Quiet Bore is another company. I feel bad in a way because they sent me their suppressor, their 30 cal suppressor, to basically do some comparisons to the JKArmament stuff. And they did that at the beginning of 2022. And I made some video, I did some stuff, but it wasn't, I was trying to perfect it and make a perfect video. And when I do that, I end up just not doing the video because I keep thinking I want to do it better, even like this video. This video, I'm journeying on and on and on, right? And I would prefer to do it quick, concise, and easy, but if I do that, I will never do it. That's why I don't have a 2022 EDC update video, because I tried to do it perfect, and I just ended up never being able to do it because it wasn't perfect. So same thing with that Quiet Bore company. I'm sorry, that video is coming, and it's probably just going to post here pretty soon. Yeah, it's probably going to post pretty soon, and it may not be perfect, but I'm going to get it out there. But I really appreciate them sending out their suppressor to do a review. I really do. Yeah, I just apologize it took so long. Cyelee, C-Y-E-L-E-E. However you're supposed to say that. Again, they sent me this optic. They also sent me another red dot that we torture tested that they wanted me to break. And I think it took two range sessions to get out and actually destroy it. And I mean, we were beating the crap out of it with a tree branch. We were smashing it on rocks. And I think the thing that finally broke it was dropping it out of a moving vehicle on some pretty thick, chunky gravel, right? Almost just like rocks and stones and stuff. And we finally busted the mount loose, and the turrets, the adjustment turrets on the scope, or the red dot, just completely busted. The optic never died. It never went out. It was out of zero, but it didn't, I mean, the red dot never turned off. So I was very impressed with that, and then after that, that's whenever they sent me this little guy, the CAT, the CAT sight. So I'm very impressed with that company. They are not a high brand company, something I'd never heard of before, something I probably never would have bought from before. But after using their stuff and actually utilizing it, I'm like, wow, there's something to this. This is, maybe it's a little unknown company that makes some decent stuff. So just a big shout out to them. They sent me some stuff, and I appreciate that. Last one on this list, and again, this is very controversial. Some people probably have already left the video, and those people are the ones that probably don't like this company, but Olight. Olight has sent me some stuff. They've worked with me before on a lot of the Odin series lights and things. This probably won't even turn on now. See, yeah, pressure switches is not, there you go. Pressure switches never did work perfectly well for me, but they've sent me some lights. They sent me plenty of lights. There was one on the Raider, right, we have right there. We have this little guy. Well, there's this guy, the Valkyrie, right? They have the Valkyrie that's on here. They work for me. In general, the lights work. The pressure pad, it never really worked very well for me. But the lights themselves have worked. And once I got a couple different things from them, wow, I got a couple different things from them that were not tactical lights. This is the Arcfeld, I think is how you say it. This is a weird little light. It has a laser, right? See the little laser going around? And you flick the switch. It also is just like a little EDC light. It's not a super bright light. Yeah, Yeah, that's the brightest it gets. And it gets plenty bright for a little EDC light, a little pocket light. It's very interesting, and some stuff like this that they make, it has made me be like, wow, I like this. I like these things. They're rechargeable. You can't replace the batteries, so yeah, when it dies, it dies. But they're rechargeable. You could keep it plugged in. It's just the little magnetic clicky charger thing that they send with them. I like them. I like them. And call me whatever, but I like some of their stuff like this that I'm actually utilizing, and it makes sense. The thing about this guy, and I never made a video about this. I need to make a video about it. The one thing that I wish this guy did was if it had a momentary button, because right now it's just a constant. I mean, you click it and you get your laser, but there is no. I mean, I'm holding it down doing that. There is no momentary, right? So if I wish this had a momentary. If the button itself, if you could just press it and use the laser, and then take your hand off, and the lights would turn off. I wish they did that because I could see this very much as like a teacher or an instructor or something. You could use this to point in things. And it's just a light, and it's just a little EDC light, right? And you drop your pen or whatever, you can use this. You don't need to use your highfalutin tactical flashlight. This is not tactical. This is just like a little EDC light. Some stuff like this that they make, I'm impressed. I like it, and I'm happy with it. And so I appreciate Olight for working with me a little bit on there. All right, so talking about some upcoming reviews, upcoming things. We've already mentioned most of these. The JKArmament 105 CCX, this little boosterless 9mm can. This is something that probably I'm hoping that I will be able to fit it onto this gun that we put together. It will replace the comp, and I can really shorten this up because each one of these guys here is a section, and you can take each section off and you could make this suppressor very short. It'd be loud, but I think it'd be better than a comp. And if you just had one or two baffles in here, that would be really cool to be able to carry a slightly suppressed pistol. That'd just be cool. That'd just be cool, right? Just to tone everything down just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's still gonna be loud, but it'd be better than the barking loud sparks of a comp, right? But that's something that's gonna be coming up, this suppressor. Something we're definitely going to work on. It's pistol stuff, so I don't think I'm even going to really try it on pistol caliber carbines. It's not made for that. But 22s, we'll shoot some 22 stuff through it, and 9mm. Do it on as many different configurations and many different 9mm pistol platforms that I have. That's something that's going to be coming up. That's pretty cool, I think. We the People Sweatpants. All right, so the We the People Sweatpants and Arrowhead. All right, this is another company. This is another company that I should have put in the companies that I wanted to thank and everything. Arrowhead. I talked with them, it may have been 2021, the end of 2021. It was somewhere around there. They were going to send me a pair of their tactical joggers. This is basically sweatpants with a built-in belt, right? And it's made for carrying, right? It's made to carry the weight of a holster. But these are sweatpants, right? So you can run, exercise, lounge around, whatever, with these pants. And the same exact thing with the We the People pants, right? I took the belt out, but it has the belt loops on the inside of the waistband, and it's not just sweatpants that they sewed on some loops and stuff. These have additional pockets and things that make it very usable. Same thing with the Arrowhead. They make these are not just sweatpants with an internal belt, right? They did a couple different things to them, and so I need to make those videos, especially on the Arrowhead. Because the thing with Arrowhead, the reason I never made the video about that one is I was in communication with them to do a review on their pants, and at the same time, I won a, call it serendipity, whatever, but I won a Instagram giveaway that included a pair of their pants and some Bates boots. And so when I won that giveaway, I never made the full video. I think I posted some stuff, but I never did the full review, so I feel really bad about that, and I might be outing myself. I might have convinced myself that that's just perfectly fine, or I may just be like, wow, I said I'm going to do a review, and then I never did because I won the pants in a giveaway versus them sending me the pants. Either way, I like these pants, and I am going to make the video of it, and I need to do that. Again, this is one of those things to where I'm trying to make a perfect video, and it's not coming out perfect, so I'm not posting it, and that's just not right. I need to make the actual video and just post it. Same thing with these pants. These We the People sweatpants, same kind of thing. I need to just make the video, but I can tell you straight off on both of these, you're not gonna go wrong with either one. They're both really cool. They're both really cool. I'll just say that. But that's really neat. But those reviews will be coming up. Also, we already kind of talked about it. Bates boots. Right? I won these in that giveaway, so it's not like Bates sent me these boots to review. I won them in a giveaway, and shoot, I love these boots. I really, really do. I really do. They're waterproof. They're insulated. They have the zipper on the side, right? So they're easy coming on and off. If you live in places where it's cold and you got snowy stuff, you don't want to be sitting there lacing up boots every time you wear your shoes. It's easy just to slip them on, zip them up, and go. They've worked fantastically. Now, I do not wear these all the time, like when I go out and shooting in the deep snow, because even if, I'd have to wear gauntlets, which I do sometimes. Well, when I'm in that deep snow, I do. Sometimes I'll wear these out there, but when it's really deep snow, I wear my real, like snowshoes and stuff, or snow boots. But in general, these have been very good boots. They're not super heavy, and again, they're insulated. My feet have generally always been warm in them. And they're waterproof, so snow and whatnot just doesn't creep in and stuff. These have been awesome. So I need to make a review on them, but that's just a straight up, yeah, that's a win. If you want some insulated, warm, winter, like work boots and stuff, not necessarily for like deep snow. It's not what they're for, but insulated, waterproof boots to beat around in, run around in, and do some stuff, even like hunting and whatnot. Yeah, I like these boots. They're really cool. Really cool. So upcoming stuff again, the Pulsefire. So I have a whole list of things that I want to do with the Pulsefire, with the flamethrower. I really want to get some comment back stuff from you guys to see what you would want to see done with it. It's probably just going to be some crazy stuff, just burning random things. There's a car out where I go shoot. It's just public land. People dump off their garbage and stuff, so I might burn some of that. I don't know. As long as it's legal and as long as it's fun and it's safe, then we might do some stuff like that. But that could be fun, and just some different things. But we're going to figure out some videos to do with that, so that'll be fun. The Bear Creek Arsenal 9mm Upper. This is something that just came in. It seems like the end of 2022 was the Bufferless, Upper for the AR. I don't know why exactly, but this is a Bufferless Upper that I got from Bear Creek Arsenal. They did not send it. I bought it. And it's, well, this part's Bear Creek. I changed out the barrel because their barrel that they send is 1/2 by 36 threaded, not 1/2 by 28. So I can't run my suppressors on it because I don't have that kind of adapter, because that's a weird thread pitch. But anyway, so I haven't made any real video stuff about this guy, but this would be interesting. This would be very interesting to shoot, to utilize, to see if it works any better, any different than any of my other AR 9mm. Or this guy takes MP5 magazines, so an interesting comparison between an MP5, right, that's like roller delayed, super cool stuff, and a direct blowback that uses the same mag. So this would be something that's interesting to try out and see, in that video, stuff like that will be coming out. Also, we have really been working on this, particularly over on my Patreon. This is my Jailbroke, I'm calling it my Jailbroke Rattler. I have a buddy who bought an actual Rattler upper, so the kit, the conversion kit thingy. He's getting that all put together, and so we're gonna do a little comparison. They're both basically 5.5 inch barrels. 300 blackout. Since this guy uses the Evolution Weapon System bulk carrier group in here, he can have cool stocks and things, right? So kind of the same deal as a Rattler, even though a Rattler is a piston, this guy's direct impingement. So it'd be cool to kind of compare my jailbroke version to an actual one. But this video content with this guy should be coming up here before too long. So you can look for that if you really want to look for that. I really like this. Of all the guns, of all the things that I've put together, this is rivaling my favorites. This is right up there with the 45 suppressed, 1911. This is really something that's, I'm very excited about this. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and drool about it, but that's a really cool gun that I'm very, very happy that I put that together, and excited to show you guys about it. that sentence didn't make any sense, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, guys, so that is pretty much it. I'm sure I've missed some things, maybe some companies or some particular items and things, but those are the highlights, the stuff that stuck out in my mind of like, wow, I really liked that, working on that thing or reviewing that product, or working with those companies, right? And then the upcoming stuff, we talked about that. That's what should be coming up here. The main point of this whole channel has always been and continues to be just me sharing my hobby, passion, whatever, for this stuff, right? I like this stuff. It's this cool thing. Is every guy's got their thing. Some guys like to go fishing, some guys like to go hunting, some guys do computer games, some guys build computers, some guys do a lot of stuff. I like this stuff. This is what I do. And so really this whole channel has always been about, and I hope will continue to always be about, just me bringing you guys along for the ride and just sharing my passion with you guys. So I hope you've caught that vibe. I hope you appreciate that. And with that being said, what do you guys want to see more of or less of in 2023, right? I am an SOT, an FFL SOT, so it is easier for me to get a hold of things like this, suppressors and whatnot. Sometimes it's a little bit less expensive, so I don't have to wait the exorbitant 9-month waiting period when you're an SOT to get a hold of some things like this. So if you really liked the suppressor stuff, let me know. If there's other things like that you want to see, let me know. If you like more of these flashlights and gear and other things, like, let me know what you guys like so I can kind of tailor my, my content to keep you guys entertained, because I like to help you guys out, right? If I'm just making a bunch of videos of stuff that I like that nobody else likes, well, that's kind of pointless in a way. So I like to get feedback from you guys on particularly what you like, and maybe cut out some stuff that you guys just don't like certain things. Maybe we'll cut it out. I don't know. Maybe we'll, maybe we won't. But I won't know unless you tell me. So, again, 2023, Happy New Year. That came out really weird, but whatever. I hope you guys had a great 2022. Looking forward to whatever this year has, and that's pretty much it, all right? If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever, you know what to do. And there's that. So, y'all have fun, and hopefully we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right? See ya. Okay, guys, 2 more things. First off, we have patches. We have a certain amount of them. Really, it's less than 100 of them, because these things were not cheap to make, and I'm not going to be going off making a whole bunch of them, because I have found over the course of doing the YouTube thing that I have a Teespring account and not a whole lot of people buy this stuff, so it's hard to buy an inventory of something. The thing about Teespring is you don't have to have inventory. People just buy it if they want to buy it. These I actually have a very small inventory of, and I need to figure out a way to get rid of them. So if you're interested in these things, let me know, and I'll find out a way to post them somewhere. If you're not interested, no skin off my nose. I'll just keep them as coasters or something. And I will say the first 3 people, I will give 3 of them away. The first 3 people to jump over to my Instagram account and comment and say that they want one of these, and you live in the United States, and you're willing to give me your address, then I'll send you one of these. So the first 3 people to do that, first 3 that I see. So that's these things. And if you're just interested in these in general and would be interested in getting some, let me know, and then we'll figure out a way and a place to actually post these things. Last but not least, we are giving away this guy. This is my Disser Downing Industries small receiver. Currently, this is perfectly fine. I'm not sure at the state of wherever we're going to be down the road, but currently this is fine. We will be giving one of these away, or this one, over on my B channel. I have a B channel, just Downing Industries. Instead of my name, it's Downing Industries. So if you're interested in that, then go over there and subscribe to my B channel. Once we reach a certain subscriber base, then we will give this guy away. It comes with the firearm, the magazines, and a case, right? So that's everything that comes with it. That will be over there on the B channel once we hit a certain subscriber base. So if you're interested in getting a hold of one of these things, that's how you do it. And the patches, if you're interested in those, then let me know and we'll figure out a way to post them somewhere. That's it. Y'all take care. Catch you later.